Alright, hello, hello, hello. I think everything is ready to go here. Let's see. Everything looks good to go. I still need to get chat set up on screen. That is something I need to do. I don't think it says necessary. Um, Given that it's YouTube and chat is just kind of there on the VOD anyway. Uriel helmet, wonderful news. Probably once we are done with Perigale, we will most likely be doing relics tonight. Kind of the idea that we have going here. We also have the Enk House to look at, which I know nothing about. We got corrosive in the base, that's pretty big. Our polarity right off the bat, that's pretty good. Crit stats look fucking weird on this thing. 16% crit chance, but 3x crit damage. That's kind of an unusual combination. I don't know of any other weapons that are like a bit weirdly lopsided like that. All chamber. Better actually. Drawn fucking this, I guess. Just slop it up here. Not gonna actually get too deep into this, but as we have a bigger fish to fry. Because we still have to grind this thing up. Actually, we need to throw another forma on it first before we go do that. What are we putting in? Probably just another R, I guess. Still can't afford that. That sucks. So we're probably gonna need, like, what? Ugh. A lot of polarities. Take that off, I guess. Can't really get away with that, though, is the... Hello, Rack. How are we doing tonight? Good to see you. We are just getting set up for farming this thing up here. Actually, do we have any, like... survival... I'm not doing fucking Kuva survival. Absolutely not. Hello, Tara. How are we doing tonight? Yes, it is Perigale time. That is the topic of the evening, as well as the Enk House, although I don't have as many expectations for that. Looks like it might be good, who knows? I mean, it's got corrosive in its base, so, like, that's already really, really promising to look at. Hello, Scarecrow, what's up? Good to see everyone's out here early. Gorgeous Wednesday night. As you can see, this is already, like, as is pretty effective, and this isn't even the final form. It already has so much damage, as is, and it's going to only go up. And I haven't had to reload once yet. As long as you keep hitting headshots, you just don't need to reload at all. It's a pretty nice boon. Like little micro stutters here. Check something real quick. Do I have something doing stupid stuff somewhere? Double checking that I don't. It's a little weird. Oh well. It's pretty great with blasting gas, but it needs kind of a lot to make this concept works. What do you mean the DOTs will instantly kill the enemy? What does that mean? And it being an Araxia weapon does really does raise point of interest. These walls, man. Walls are for pussy. God, look at them just pop up like that. That's so satisfying. Are we on some stupid shit for no reason? Your gun will have instant kill property. What do you mean instant kill property? What does that fucking mean? Like, oh, if you just proc toxic, they just die immediately? That doesn't sound right. That sounds a little, I'm sorry, what? Oh, it's from the alt fire. Okay. So we on some Splatoon shit, I guess. I was gonna say, what the fuck? Does the alt fire do damage? I'm assuming it can't, right? Because that just sounds like it would be really broken. Do you want to get the fuck out of my house? Once we finish this, I might have to restart Warframe really quick. I don't know why it's fucking acting like this. This is getting really weird. Where is the exit? This way. Yeah, like I said, I'm wondering if the alt-fire does any damage on its own, though. That's what's got me curious. Because you have to, like, 1-2 punch it, it's like, oh, well, then who fucking cares, you know? I feel like that kind of takes away a bit of the magic. Sorrowfang Prime. Oh, I don't have any interest in the Sorrowfang. You don't need to do that. It's nice to detox from the slop. Oh boy, what is it? Let me restart the game. Yeah, well, what is the game? Out of curiosity. Have you stayed code for a long time? I guess. I know, I'll have to see how it feels in practice. Which are like Neverest to Everest is pretty much just a gacha GTA. What the fuck? Gacha GTA? Wait, what? Oh, alright, okay. Alright, you're getting my attention here. Alright, that seemed to fix my issue. I don't know, I think it just had a weird boot, I guess. Now things are chill. Something might have just, like, booted strangely. Yeah, my game was just, like, weirdly... I don't know if it was picking up on capture, but, like, I was getting, like, very strange stutters. And I'm not sure what that was about. The GTA game? I see. Are you talking about the Perigale? Hello, Haxaxel? Welcome on in, good to see you. Yeah, Perigale is a pretty fun weapon, I will say. Like I said, I think it is best compared to, like, this is the Nell, but in the primary slot. but like actually kind of good because it has usable status chance. Because what gives it all its damage is the fact that it can fire, what, 12 billion bullets per second, and it's basically a minigun as a secondary. Like, I genuinely think that the Nell is the closest thing we have to a minigun at current state, at least in terms of functionality. Nell without Mario Party mechanics, exactly. Mario Party mechanic is a good way to put it, actually. I might co-opt that term. For weapons with, like, weird fucking gimmicks that basically make you play a second game. This is the Nell with no credit card, no sign-up, no bullshit, basically. I think is the best way to put it. There we go, we got it max rank now. Oh, here comes Mr. Man. His bullshit. Oh, there he is. Found him. Now, look at how it just tears through these groups, though. Holy shit, man. This thing just eats these groups alive. What a vicious gun. That just sounds like Nick's gameplay? Yeah, something like that. Yeah, I could see a lot of interesting ways that they can implement, like, a beam sniper. I think that that would genuinely be quite fascinating. And another fucking Forma into it. Something that really always perplexed me is why people were like, oh, like, Forma investment is a reason to not use a weapon, as if people aren't going to dump a Forma into a weapon they want to use, regardless. Yes, I need After this, I need one more. Yeah, now we got fat blast damage. Completely just unnecessary at this point. Like, crit damage is just the bonus here. A less annoying now? Maybe. I could see it. Work out these kinks here. Yeah, when I do the video, I'm probably gonna swap around and use, galvanized scope. Oh, I did not hit a single head there, really? Is that so? They just, like, once you hit groups, like, they just get hit, you know? It's pretty brutal. Oh, those glass walls just shattered. My goodness. Yeah, I think the Vedior Prime was the last time we got, like, a new sniper. Like, a new sniper, not just a Prime. As memory serves. Something I'm really excited for this year, chat, is the Steplos Prime. I am once again asking you all, if you want to invest in the Steplos Prime, get the ribbons now, because those things are probably not going to be as easy to get once that weapon comes out, because it is, by God, that thing is going to be a fucking monster. Steplos Prime is going to be disgusting. And I should do a video on that, actually. Might be worth recording. I'd have to mess around and do that Friday or something. Yeah, nice, Jade Light, you fucking idiot. Yeah, it's Citrine's. And I believe Citrine Prime is coming this year. So, I would honestly be on the lookout, be advised. Go get it. Pick up your ribbons for it. There we go, get him out of here. You know what I should probably do? I should probably go use my fucking Master's Swamp for this shit. What am I doing? Once I'm done with this rotation. Once I've once I've maxed this thing out. Then you'll pop that one in next. 10k health Anaros aimbot? Yes, I have aimbot. Of course I do. And yes, my Anaros is 10k health. He's a fat boy. Got that shit on him at all times. I think the first time Anaros was able to hit 10k health was, I believe it was when the, oh, what is it called? The Carapace mods were introduced with, Deimos. I believe that was the first time. The funny thing is that, like, aimbot in Warframe would just not matter at all. Like, it really wouldn't. So many weapons in this game are, like, either explosive-based or just don't require pinpoint accuracy at all. I finally let go of my mouse, yeah. POV, you are a TF2 aimbot. It also helps that I have really good FPS, like, skill sets, too. Oh, there we go. We have to reload. This is so sad, Chad. I wish aimbot was real. You know, something I'm really shocked about is I have never seen client-side cosmetic mods for a Warframe. Like, I'm really shocked about that, actually. Like, I'm sure it's probably because you get banned for doing so, but, like, I'm shocked there's never even been, like, a proof of concept for it, you know? What are we talking? Uriel needs a rework? What are we talking about? Are we, like, smoking crack here or something? His passive is his whole kit. What are we talking about? Can this guy get out of here? Mr. Alright, listen here, you little shit. This fucking guy. Oh, you. Alright, that's it. Alright. Listen here, you little shit. The fuck out of here. Fun fact, his knockdown, that knockdown just ignores prime sure-footed. I don't know how it does that. But it's kind of fucking annoying. Oh yeah, we can leave now. Huzzah. Are we saying that Uriel is bad, Flair? Or Lair? Is that how you said? When did I start playing? I want to say very late 2017? Yeah, I think it was like December 2017 is when I started. Like, are we saying that Uriel is bad? Is that what we're saying? Because I am more than happy to disagree. One last forma. Minions are separate. What are you talking about? Anyways, that's all the forma we need for this thing. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He is. I don't know why he would need a rework. He's perfectly fine as a Warframe. He's basically just Dante, but again, in a different flavor, I would say. So we have this build here. Doop-a-doo. Ooh, there. So if I do this, I have to take that out, pop in scope, and then put in hammer shot. The other thing. And, like, this is still a really good setup. Can I hit 100% crit chance with crit delay? No, I cannot, so it's not worth it. Yeah, no, like, this is still a perfectly reasonable build, I would say. So after the simulacrum to record for the video, we have ew. A fucking gross. Put your skin on, dude. Disgusting. Public indecency. Damage, crit chance, and toxin sounds pretty good. Yeah, I know, I'm making a joke. Is a joke. Jokingly. Have this, I want to be able to show off the base stats very easily. Oh, I mean, I don't know if you even want to roll it at that point. Like, here, if we go look at the Stephalos as is, like, Stephalos has usable crit stats. So, like, I'm just saying, it might be worth it to not reroll and just hold on to that. Yeah, that is a thing with Uriel, is that he is a little bit stiff. Although he does have access to subsumes. I personally subsume over his one, even though that's kind of the fun part, but yeah, like I said, it is probably going to be like I said, I can imagine the crit chance on this thing getting bumped up a little bit. So it'll probably be like at least a solid decent. Like here, I can just show you guys the Stephalos right now and why I'm saying you abso-fucking-lutely want to be getting ribbons for this thing as soon as possible. Because again, when the prime of this hits, oh man, this thing's disgusting. If you notice how big this projectile is, and once it starts hitting that aptitude, then it starts to shred. This is multiplicative gun CO, so, like, this is just gross. This is genuinely kind of a little bit disgusting. This projectile is the size of Texas. Does so much heat proc damage. Like I said, once it gets its ramp up and it gets that multiplicative gun CO, it's... Oh, what the fuck? And also, it's super good at triggering Crux as well, because it's a giant projectile that always hits the head. So, like, Crux is just the freest fucking thing you could be putting on this. And like I said, like, this is just as it's regular. If this gets a prime, it's going to be even stronger still. So I highly, highly, highly recommend looking into the Stephalos and potentially getting a ribbon for it sooner rather than later. Before, like, the little fucking goblins at the Ribbon Mafia get all their hands on them. Because, like, it's gonna be Steinax, and then it's anyone's game is who's next. So... You know, maybe that's why they fucked the order, chat. It's to make, like, prime reveals actually be exciting. So it's not guaranteed as to be who's next, so, like... It's like, oh, take a look at our next prime frame, and we actually don't know what it's gonna be. Like, I actually think that it's not a bad thing. You know? That we kind of get, like, surprises now with it. Yeah, that's the Stephalos, and that's a video for another day. Right now, we are looking at the Perigale. Prime, to be specific. I want to have it on this so I can have the base stats super visible. What Steinach's other weapon will be? Yeah, that is a good question. Because what's the main weapon that he has? I actually don't know off the top of my head. A unique Prime Sentinel? Maybe. I know, I'm not a fan of Prime Sentinels. I would rather them give us, like... I don't know, I'd rather, like, MOAs and shit just get buffs, honestly. Because we have enough Prime Sentinels, and they all kind of do the same fucking thing. The only thing that really matters with Prime Sentinels is their weapons, and most of the time, we're not beating the fucking... The one... Alright, that's Spear Gum. Aphentis is, I think it is? Or is that a different one? I would have like a throwing spear or like a proper throwing knife, not kunai. I want like think like the cleaver from TF2, like something that you chuck and it's like a tomahawk axe and it just cleaves an enemy. But again, like I said, again, it doesn't really matter who they prime because, or even what they make for a prime sentinel, because they're all kind of the fucking same. So you get like the what? The one unique ability that it has, which is often negligible, and then you get something that has to compete with God's gift to man in terms of weapons for sentinels. So yeah, like I said, throwing axes is what I would want, yeah. Like something that's like you throw it and it feels chunky to throw, you know what I mean? Like do I not have that on here anymore? I thought I did. I thought that that was the express purpose of the weapon called throwing knife. Like something that kind of feels like Exodia Contagion, but a weapon you can actually like aim properly and hit headshots and hit like headshots with. Like I would really like to see something like that in the secondary slot. Or hell, even just make it a subsumable Warframe ability. I think that DE needs to experiment more with subsumes. I think that they have a lot of potential to do things that we haven't thought about yet. No, maybe that's a recording topic. Maybe I'll talk about that later. Anyways, let's get recording for the Perigale Prime. So I'm not gonna be reading chat for this. So fine, we are in recording mode now. Just get some wah here. So live recording makes everything easy for me. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mo, and today we're going to talk about the brand new Perigale Prime. This is a weapon I made a video about a while back that I said, you know, this thing is going to be a prime monster, and I think it delivers on that promise. So first things first here is we can see the base stats, a very strong critical lineup with 32 and 2.6x. It's very, very good. Also, one of the big improvements this has over the default Perigale is the higher magazine capacity, which is really, really important because of its the unique trait of it is the whole reason you use the gun is Gale Force is landing a headshot kill or 4 headshots in one burst, grants 100% ammo efficiency for 4 seconds, plus 24 ammo maximum when wielded by Varuna. Super, super nice. Absolutely love this because it makes this thing into essentially the primary version of the Nell. Without all the bullshit, the Mickey Mouse stuff that you have to do to, you know, make it good and make it playable. This thing just absolutely tears through crowds on its own once it gets its ramp up going. Again, it is like a rapid fire sniper because again, you just have a bottomless clip. You chew through enemies, and this is the build we will be going with. This is based. The polarities are based on what I have as a ribbon. You can obviously go a lot lighter on this if you so wish. Like primed cryo rounds is not necessary. Hammer shot can probably be vital sense. Uh, you can go a lot lighter on this. Galvanized scope isn't even necessary. I just like this because it hits 100% crit chance. That's super nice to have. And again, especially because you are going to be scoped in, you're going to be shooting this thing a lot. That is a really nice boon. I personally go with Wildfire on this build because I really, really like the 20% magazine capacity. That gives it an extra 3 magazines in the clip. And when you are shooting this thing, every single bullet in the magazine counts because it just means you have to reload a lot less. And I find that this really, really helps with that. So I've decided to go with that. It's not necessary though if you don't care about that. If you mind eating the 3-second reload, because that thing is rough. The alternative, I believe, is magnetic capacity. That's 40% in the clip. That will get you 22 in the clip, which is significantly a lot more. But again, I don't think that's necessary. Also, not really a lot of space for that unless you cut something. Like, you could maybe swap galvanized scope for that if you don't really care about the crit chance that much. And you want a little bit more of a comfortable use with this thing. You don't want to have to, like, worry about reloading and hitting your headshots. Because that is what this thing does demand, is it does demand you are able to hit your headshots, which again, not hard, it is a scope-in sniper. It basically hands you that on a silver platter. And if you do have a ribbon for this thing, which I would imagine the ribbons can't be that expensive right now, like I said, I have always been a proponent of, I think that ribbons should absolutely be considered when showcasing a build, especially if the ribbon is cheap. It is not an option for everyone, I get that. But I think that a lot of times, especially nowadays, ribbons are more accessible than they have ever been in Warframe's history. And I would like to advocate that people should start genuinely considering them a part of normal builds now. Not necessarily what they are, but just having a ribbon usually is going to be a significant stat boost, so it may change how you build things. This is what I have on mine. Mine is just crit chance, crit damage, minus slash. Very solid, very simple. Gets me over the 100% crit chance mark. Lets me be like a little bit more flexible with my build. Lets me get Vital Sense in here. Huge crit damage multiplier. Again, that 2.6 is putting in a lot of work. And I am a huge fan of it. Like I said, I really like this weapon. Not something I think I would take just because it the one thing about this thing is it's kind of a solo play weapon. You're really like this can work just fine in multiplayer, but I think it really shines as a solo player's weapon because it can carry DPS by itself. It is that strong. When you have the blast procs from this thing, which is going to be happening constantly because of Crux. That's another thing. Crux also helps you really maintain your magazine capacity. Really helps with that. And that 300% status chance is going to make... So you're just guaranteed blast, basically, and that's super nice. Makes it so that you are just clearing rooms out with this thing. And we will go to the room test here real quick. I know, I'm old-fashioned, I'm a boomer, I like my heavy gunners for my test. As you can see, those blast procs do a lot of damage. It's not as visible how effective it is here because they do get very spread out from the blast procs. But when they're in smaller groups, you will be seeing the effectiveness of this weapon. Like I said, even if it's not doing the AoE, it's still a very solid, like, sniper weapon. Like, it still does what a sniper is supposed to do. Pretty efficiently, I would say. That was like 1-2 bursts. Like... Yeah, that was just like 2 full bursts, and it takes down these heavy gunners. So very effective in that, and that anything around it is going to be taking significant damage as well. So I am just a huge fan of how this weapon functions. But now I will see you all in the survival test as well, because I'd like to showcase it there as well. That is where this weapon absolutely shines. Let's get the fuck out of here. Warframe, we're getting our Prime Citrine, Clairville, and Cyanax. I don't switch the orders. It's gonna be those this year. It's just a matter of how we get them. Like I said, I have a hunch that Cyanax is next, and then it's a toss-up. I would say it's a toss-up between Citrine and Clairville, whichever one comes first, because it's really up in the air. And then I think what's after that? It's Dagoth, I believe, is after that as well. So that's a something. Alright, let's get going here. Alright, we are here at Mott to showcase the field test of this thing. Find wherever the enemy starts spawning. And like I said, you will really see the effectiveness of those blast procs here once we kind of get into it. Always make sure to hit that first headshot so I can just start going here. You'll see them drop like flies. The punch through of Shred, I think, really, really helps it out here. So then it not only getting the headshots, you're hitting what's behind them. That's more blast procs, that's more AoE. All around good shit. You see, they all just kind of pop up like that when you hit them all. I do not have a companion with me as well, just to, you know, keep the test pure, quote-unquote. I usually don't like to take companions into tests when I'm doing the field, or in the simulacrum even, because I really like having raw damage numbers in my face. I don't know if anyone else is like that, but that's just very much a personal preference for me. I don't like having outside factors or buffs when I'm, like, looking at how good a weapon performs by itself. Because even if those buffs are going to be there 99% of the time, it just creates a more controlled testing environment. Downside about having a companion, though, is that I, don't have a vacuum, but oh well, who cares? I'll cry about it. I'm still getting so much life support that I don't even need to, like, really be rushing. That guy is, like, ethereal. He's just not taking those headshots. Yeah, it basically one-taps most of the trash mobs, and the blast procs tend to clear up everything around them, if they are close enough. Like I said, you can very clearly see with the life support, it's got plenty of the ability to carry itself. Like I said, that's always down to, you know, finding the right tile. But again, super strong as, like, a solo DPS weapon. If you know, you play by yourself more often than not. You have, like very good for, like, weapons platform warframes, I'd imagine. I'm sure Araxia could get plenty of use out of this thing. Home as well, if you're so inclined, since she does like having headshots. Like I said, you can see I have, like, barely reloaded at all. Actually, I don't think I've reloaded once since I was starting the mission, and we are, what, like 3 minutes in? So that really shows you how much, like, that ammo management stuff, like Crux and having the extra bullets in the chamber really do help with managing that. Because, like, if you do happen to, like, go a streak with, like, missing your headshots, then, like, you have... Oh, see, there we go. We finally had to reload. What, like, 3 minutes, 20 seconds into the mission? Oh, and sometimes you just don't hit your headshots at all. That's on me. You don't get that passive going. You're not able to chain it fast enough. Then that is something that you just kind of have to deal with. And a 3-second reload. And also, very good for Acolytes as well. See that? That just ate most of his health with just a single burst down there. Eats Acolytes alive. Not a single problem to be mentioned. Yeah, no life support problems, really. Just gotta go and actually find them. Like I said, obviously you're sitting here, you're scoped in, you're pretty immobile, so, like, if you are using this, you obviously do want to take a frame, you know, that doesn't really care about getting focus fired on, like, or needs to, yeah, so like I said, weapons platform, Araxia, super good. Kome could get use out of this, I'd imagine. Naros, obviously. Nidus probably as well coming up here. Although I'd imagine he's going to be a lot more caster-focused coming up now that his abilities actually do work. And like I said, ribbons are absolutely not required for these builds, but I personally think that because ribbons are so cheap these days, and just so accessible in general, that it is worth considering in builds, at least considering. And I think that this is one of the weapons where I would definitely place it high up on that list of consideration. Because I've always been a proponent of at least using ribbons to get yourself over that 100% crit chance. Because there is a big difference between, like, you know, having out over 100% and not, because it means that, oh, now there's suddenly a point where your crit damage will just be a stat that doesn't exist. Like 20% of the time, you know? And, like, that just doesn't feel great on DPS. But that is all. I hope you found this informative and helpful, and have a wonderful evening. There we go. That's all done and done. Now we can look at the Enkos. I'm very curious to see how that works. And cut indeed. That I have this thing built. I have not tested it at all. This thing looks disgusting, though. Let's see how this shitter works. Oh, so it's like a battery. Okay, that's nice. Oh, my goodness. What the fuck was that? Where's the instant kill? I'm not seeing an insta kill here. Give it a white energy color? Yeah, the cum gun. You're so right. Mom! You know who else? Oop. That's disgusting. This. Oh, it's 30%? I thought you said 90%. Okay, no, this thing fucking sucks. This thing is dog shit. Chat, we're coming on them. Disgusting. Jizz beam activate. I'm sure it will obviously look better if I had a better built thing, but, like, this is not nearly as cool as I expected it to be. I don't know, maybe there's hope. What if we put, like, heat on it? Like I said, I feel like 35% is, like, whatever. Yeah, exactly, Vermisplicer. Like, our Temu gun. Emu. was like, what the fuck, actually? This thing is a little gross. That this gun is actually disgusting. Like, okay, even if we say that we're not in Araxia mode, like... Oh my god, bro. Like Araxia or not, this is really disgusting, actually. This is another one I might make a video on. Just because it's like... Wow. You know? Very wow gun. So that hammer shot, like, wouldn't fuck with this either. Diabolical, truly. Like I said, again, that's without the Riven. So... And my Riven's, like, not even that good. I'll be honest. Like, this thing could actually be so much better. You know what? Chat, let's go gambling. We have an excessive amount of Kuva. Let's go gambling! So we're looking for crit chance, crit damage, and, like, a better stat. Generally speaking. Punch through does nothing for it. Minus a gajillion damage, funny. Minus crit chance. Right, now we just go back to the other one, because, like, let's be real here. Oh, this one's not even max rolled, bro. I really didn't try with this, have I? Come on, let's go gambling. Give me the big money, give me big money. Big boy money. Just hit forehead. No. I want crit stats. I'm sure I can pump more damage into this thing. A shame that this thing is ugly as hell. Oh, I have an insect that wants in. My dog has come to say hello. Garbage. I should, like, not roll ribbons on stream, because I feel like I always get the worst luck. Yeah, damage crit chance. Cold and minus ammo maximum, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Said plus crit chance is the one you really want. And I'm personally a big plus crit chance fan. Give me something good here. Okay, if that was a plus crit chance, then maybe we were talking. Wow, garbage. Thing is, I don't know if I would ever cut Serration from a build, personally. Like, I know that there's some people who think that it's fine. I just feel like, why would you do that? Unless you are, like, really, really hurting for mod space, I just don't understand why you would do that. Like, obviously never, like, stack, like, heavy caliber insuration, but, like, your Rivet is doing more than just being a raw damage mod, you know? Yeah, Pax Charge is low-key kind of goated. One of the yeah, I think it's probably my favorite thing about kit guns, actually. Oh, this is some dog shit. I have not gotten anything usable. CCCD, wow, that's dog shit. Come on, CCCD. Multi-shot. Crit chance, mag capacity, electricity, no. Not using electric on this thing. Fuck that. This is a heat household. This is, like, almost. It tried. God, I love gambling and not winning. I only have 360,000 Kuva left. Oh no. Damage cold, not really my style. We got an elemental, like, crit chance, elemental, and then, like, another really good stat. I would take that. That's a lot of raw damage. Too bad I'm not reading it. Those are a lot of words. Too bad I'm not reading them. What's the Cephalon's name, chat? That, like, is in charge of Ribbons? What's his fucking name? I forget. Imagine if it was actually, like, a real character, how much people would fucking hate that guy. Yeah, Simodius, right? Like, imagine if Simodius was an actual character with real dialogue that interacted with the player on a regular basis. People would fucking hate him. Just because he dicks them over with ribbons. They would find a way to blame Simodius for their bad ribbon rolls. Brother would just get killed. Come on. But we are, like, so many rolls in. Jesus. Be something. Swap that zoom and fire in. Maybe we're talking, but... Garbage. Garbanzo bean. Doom slash crit chance? No, thank you. First time we got, like, a really good plus crit chance, and there was just, like, nothing else. Give me something. You gotta give me something. Multi-shot punch through zoom. Puncher doesn't do anything. No, I do not need electric. Need literally any other status. Elemental. Crit chance, status chance, no thank you. Crux already gives us more than enough status, so we really don't need it anymore. Fire rate would actually be kind of good, because this thing fires slow as shit. If I got, like, I don't know, like, elemental fire rate crit chance, I might actually take that. Come on, we're 51 rolls. We gotta get something here. We are just getting dog shit. No, dude, probably. He's probably any of your bills are F tier and calls you a slur. Yeah. Oh, I'd imagine. Give me fucking something. Like, it can't be that hard to beat crit chance, crit damage. It really can't be. I've just gotten, like, nothing that's even worth. Well, that is the worst Riven I think I've ever seen. Good God, let's not go gambling, right? Crit damage cold. If there was a crit chance in here, this would be fucking godlike. Again, it's a good thing I have $1 billion to gamble with. And nothing else to spend it on. The digital hellscape, yes. It truly be like that. Multi-shot, who cares? Wow, we are getting nothing. Man, how much do you guys want to bet that we're gonna get to 100 rolls and just not have jack shit? Like, easiest money of my life. We will hit 100 rolls on this. Inshallah. Terrible. God, I know that they would never do it, but every day I pray to the gods to just, like, lock a certain stat onto a Riven. That would make Rivens so much more bearable. Just a single stat. This is, like, almost there, I guess. That's a lot of fucking crit chance, but not really enough to warrant cycling into it. Magazine capacity, zoom, impact, dog shit. Hot ass. We're at 73. YouTube deleted his comment, not me. That was just like some automated shit fuck. Okay, there we go. Sure, fuck, I'll take that. Sure. It's like slightly better. It's got the fire rate, so that's actually pretty helpful. Shit, there we go, chat. We didn't need to gamble. It only took us 86 rolls. So now we have, like, an actual fire rate. How much fire rate is this, actually? That's like a good amount. Like, that will, like, eat stuff, I would imagine. Then, like, maybe we, like, do this to compensate. It's like, status isn't that important when we have Crux. Right, let's see how this flies. Yeah, I definitely feel the higher fire rate, and it doesn't even go that fast, either. Yeah, no, this shit juicy as fuck. Wonderfully disgusting. No, the negative's fine. It's like a minus faction. It's like what? Yeah, minus damage to Corpus, so like who fucking cares? That's like super that's like so fine. That's not an issue at all. Hit gun probably not as much, but kind of wish I had gotten an elemental on here so I could free up a mod slot, but like, oh well. Like, this is still doing so much on its own. Like, what, like almost 50 crit chance, a bunch of crit damage, and like 5 fire rate. Yeah, no, that's pretty solid. I'm satisfied with that. Pretty sure it's what I use on actual Araxia now that I think about it. Yeah, we do use the Temu gun. God, please give me a skin for this thing and my life is yours. This thing is so fucking ugly, dude. Like, why is this thing violently ugly? Alright, I was gonna look at, potential messing with, the last Jade. Like, this, and hopping, and I don't fucking know. This shit. Yeah, I'm not feeling that. Yeah, the event is really fucking whatever. I am not a huge fan of that either. Yeah, no, I don't think that's... I think we just stick with Heat, frankly. You know, I think that Punch Room might not do anything. It's still more crit damage. There we go. Yeah, the Belly of the Beast event is really, really good. A great event, just because it's the Jade Shadows event. Like, of course it's gonna be great. That shit goated. Anything else I could touch up? I don't really think so, but... Rauto's another one, by the way. I don't think that Rauto's, like, amazing, but I think it's worth picking up. It's a cool laser shotgun. Hey, here's the Thrawn back. What was I looking at with this? Oh, like, oh, the Thrawn back is, like, really, like, new player friendly and is a good early game investment. Because it's got really high status chance. No polarities in this thing really fucking sucks, though. I don't know why they did that. I mean, that's what Nyx does. Nyx is just that, but incarnate, because she got 4. God, could this ability be any more fucking pathetic? Like, this shit just does nothing, bro. Like, come on, bro. Trout moment. Certified trout moment. Just cook their asses. Quite literally cook their asses. The cost of, like, no fucking energy, too. Because Arcane Arachne counts as weapon damage for some godforsaken reason. I don't know why. Oh, yeah, dude, I love the Tenet Plinks, actually. That's such a great gun. I really wish it was more easily accessible to newer players. Like, I genuinely do. Just the Plinks in general. Unfortunately, it's locked behind a bunch of Fortuna bullshit. But, like, having a battery-based weapon early on in the game that's just, like, a nice high crit, you know, fucking pew-pew gun is, like, really, really good for new players, and I kind of wish it was more readily available. Like, I guess the closest thing you get is, like, the Cycron out of the whatchamacallit, but, like, even that's still kind of an investment. Or you just, like, nut up and get a kit gun, but even still, that's a lot of investment. Yeah, that's why I say it needs Fortuna resources, which is annoying. Also wish there was a way to, like, automatically make my Molt Augmented max stacks in Simulacrum, just so I could, like, have that testing factor. I'm trying to get some raw dog numbers here. I don't believe there is, no. Or if there is, there's not a consistent enough way is the thing. The only way I could think of is potentially the MOA's, thingamabob. The MOA Ether Coil that, like, drags enemies in. I think that sometimes knocks them down. But I don't know, I don't even think that counts as a ragdoll. So, like, I just don't think there's, like, a consistent way to do it that is worth doing. Because the thing is, for it to be worth doing, it would need to be performable on, like, a large scale so that it actually is worth it on the DPS. Because otherwise you're better off just clicking pyrotechnics more. I'm waiting for them to fuck up and give us another, subsume ability that is, damage-oriented. I feel like we haven't had one of those in a hot minute. Or give us another, like, augment that Limbo can abuse. Like, chat, give us a Pyrotechnics augment. God, imagine. That would, like, I think, genuinely make the, like, the Trout, that might let him escape endangerment. Because he could just, like, abuse the shit out of it. As long as it actually assisted with his DPS, or just did, like, literally anything. Alright, we're at max stacks of augmented. Like 5105 for that. And I want to see how much it does with Arachne attached to it. Wish I had a macro that could just, like, spam cast that. I have this, and then I get my Arachne buff. What am I looking at? Oh, so it's, okay, so that's, like, a significant damage increase. Holy shit. Alright, yeah. That matters. That Arachne buff really matters. Holy moly, that's a lot of extra damage. That's like almost, that's like over double. Jesus. Especially once the armor strip takes effect too. Now I wonder. How much does this actually affect? Like, I mean, I'm using Equilibrium in the build. I feel like I don't need that on the shard, and I can maybe just get, like, some extra power strength or something. Potentially. Wish I could just, like, get more out of this ability somehow. I don't know how, though. Just, like, range doesn't really fucking matter that much. Max Pillar is, like, what actually is effective here. And that's just scaling with power. Aww. Alright, we can mess with his helmet now. Huzzah. Just what signet do we use now? Fire Crown, I guess. There we go. Now it, like, kind of matches a little bit better. But is a jarring. I would use the Nyctalus wings, but like maybe once the update comes, I might have a use for the Nyctalus wings. Who knows? We have Krampus over here. Yeah, speaking of Plinks, though. This is what I got. I like how he holds it. He holds it like he got that fucking thing on him. This is what I got. Look at that crit damage. 9.2 crit damage. Beautiful. Damn, I completely whiffed that. Probably not be Uriel when testing this. Probably not a smart idea. Just love popping him like that. With the Outfire just to the dome. Like, how much damage this does with one pop? Like, Jesus, that's disgusting. Even see that. What was that? Like, probably like almost 1,000,000 damage between the three. That is the most nasty shit I've ever seen. Not really, but I love hyperbole. I'm a YouTuber. I can do that. Ah. What? Look at the Stug. What the fuck is the... So... Let's look at this thing, like, actually, though, chat. So... None of the hits of the Stug have... It has no crit chance. It has exactly corrosive. It is a radial thing. It has no crit, no status. They're gonna have to do some fucking magic to make this thing functional, man. I swear. They are going to have to revolutionize this fucking thing in order to make it actually, like, usable. My god. I really wonder what they're going to do with it. Because it is anyone's guess. I said, videos on, probably gonna make one on the Vermisplicer, I'd imagine. Probably one of the Stephalos. Yeah, pretty much Scarecrow. Like I don't know how they're self-doing this thing at all. The Say Gex Prime. Damn, that sounds satisfying. I don't think that much fire rate is really necessary. God, I love this skin. I wish it was for primaries. Chat, imagine, like, seriously, chat, imagine this skin on the Tigress. Oh, buddy. This thing on the Tigress, please, bro. Please, DE, if you're gonna add more proto frames, add more protocol skins. Them's the rules. Give me more freaky ass weapons that are just like boomer, like Russian fucking throw together shit sticks. I want my guns to look like the country making them did not have the resources to do so, and is improvising. I want my guns to look like shit. What I'm more interested in, though, Chad, is how are they gonna fuck with the Vectis? That's gonna be really interesting to see, I think. I also actually want to check. What's upcoming with the Jade Shadows? I'm really wondering, like, what the hell is gonna be, like, May's update, if we're getting, like, any update at all? I mean, like, we could make the Vectis, like, more sniper, I guess, but, like, it's already pretty fucking sniper, you know? Like, as is... Like, this is already the sniper, kinda. Like, I really don't know what their intention is. Like, I don't know how you get much more sniper than that, honestly. I mean, it almost feels like a little bit of a worse Perigale, if I'm being honest, but we don't talk about that. Like, we could, like, shift this around completely and be like... Who fucking cares, you know? Throw on Deadhead. Something else here, like, fuck, who knows? Serration. God, bro. Did anything on this goddamn gun. Like, you throw this together and it's like, oh, like, this is the sniper of all time, you know? I like the Cerberus Incarnate, or the Sicarus, yeah. That might not be... Probably will just be, what's his face? Sight, but as a sniper rifle that you can just throw on anything. It might. I could definitely see that. And it's all the other thing though is that like we already have like the big giga fuck you headshot weapon in the Chakur. By the way, I love the skin on this weapon. Very nice. And it's like, if you really wanted to, you could even go more just stupid fuck you giga forever damage if you just like put in oh fucking prime headshot, whatever, primed deadhead. Prime deadhead. Primary deadhead, excuse me. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. This is the better version that I really like. That doesn't, like, fly all over the fucking place. There we go, that's beautiful. Battery mag does wonders. Hit punch through, hit scan beam that leaves you on a lingering damage trail. Full comfort you. I don't need to. I've not played Deep Rock Collected enough, but I do understand, like, what you're kind of throwing down. That might be, it might be interesting. The synapse is truly a disgusting nightmare. It's like, what the actual fuck is this, bro? Like, sure, man. Sure, whatever. Viral corrosive, 1 gigarillion crits, punch through. Fuck it, you got it, dude. Chinese car accident, it's for you, man. It's lit. That's how I feel about this fucking thing. Like this is disgusting. This is, look at that. 9.4%, 9.4x crit damage. Corrosive heat viral. 1 billion crit chance. What the fuck is wrong with you? Genuinely. What the fuck is wrong with you? This is made by Satan, actually. The Ballistica? Oh yeah, no, like, cause, like, what is even the Ballistica doing? I know I have this thing that's, like, not even real. Oh my god. Christ, what is this? Oh, I'm gonna be sick, chat. I'm gonna be sick. I'm gonna throw up. What is this? Oh god. What the fuck is this? Does this even work? Does this even work? Oh, what the fuck? No, it does not. So this is just a glorified burst fire weapon for no reason, I believe? My god, they have skins that just make it look like fucking annoying. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck they're gonna do to this thing to make it good. This thing I'm very concerned about. Makes a little ghost minion, which is pretty funny. Dear Digital Extremes, I'm once again asking you to make more single-shot weapon, singleton automatic secondaries. Like, please, I am actually on my knees begging you. I forget, we were looking at the Euphona Prime, weren't we? Alright, the primary fire does this, which is really funny. It's a slug shotgun. Pretty solid damage, all things considered. You have to be pretty close to get the money's worth out of it, but, like, if yo shots hit, you know? Yeah, Euphona Prime is something. It is the most gun of all time. That, like, just doesn't really make a lot of sense. Kind of saved by, Enervate, really. Hystrix, this is a gun. This is a gun from men. You throw this thing on Fire Quill, chat? Oh boy. Look at this thing go. Cool. You do need to kind of mag dump it, but I feel like that's almost the intended usage, considering how fast its reload is. You're supposed to apply like one shit Rillian statuses a second. Yeah, because like I said, we now know that there's going to be 2 waves, one of which has the Tigress, so it's like we have a confirmed wave of like 4 mystery Incarnons. I'm kind of curious about like what's going to go on with that, because like this wave is just like fucking whatever, who cares? I'm not personally interested in it much outside of the obvious Vectus, but I don't know. A fun Incarnon. Amprex Incarnon? That sounds dangerous. Ah yes, a regular 9mm pistol. A regular normal gun. I haven't had to use this much since the Grimoire has kind of like taken over for me. Realistically speaking. I just haven't gotten the Sicarus Incarnon. I think that's something I should have picked up faster. I really hate how bursts sound in Warframe. They don't really sound like bursts. They just sound like, which is weird as fuck. I'm sure there's some real life precedent for it, but it just doesn't sound satisfying. I never liked burst fire weapons at all in this game. Also, don't we have the door open for like alt fire Incarnons now, chat? Isn't that a thing? Like, isn't like the Stug and alt fire so like we technically have a something that like works for it? Yeah, Stug has an alt fire, so like, what's stopping other alt fires from getting in now? Man, I miss when the Pox was like fucking Purple Haze from Warframe, from Warframe, from JoJo. Yes, Purple Haze from Warframe, hit game Warframe. I miss being able to like see the cloud. You know what I mean? I really like seeing the cloud when I'm shooting into a crowd, you know? Who will Toxist? I never invested in this either, actually. Strangely enough. Epitaph Prime, not for me. Latum, not for me. Prisma Angstrom, not my thing. There's all these meta secondaries that I just don't give a shit about because book. Chat, book is the best. Best item, chat. Book. Book. Fuseli, I believe, was Agara's thing. I wish this thing, like, did more damage, though. That's kind of my one problem with it, is that its damage is kind of shitballs penis. Sword without the multi-gun co? Yeah. Speaking of Scourge. Yeah, we got Debilitate, which is an interesting one for this thing. Really push that multi-gun condition overload. Imagine if we got a Phantasma. Like, imagine if it was just for some godforsaken reason we got Phantasma in Karnan. Like... What do you even do? Because, like, how do you improve on this? Like, literally, like, hundreds of heat procs a second. Yeah, that's like 115 heat procs just for, like, holding the button on him for, like, a couple seconds. Like, actually just disgusting. Like, how do you improve on this? I feel like what they'll do with it is they'll make it like a cluster bomb of some kind. That's my guess. Did this thing have like a grand ping, kinda? Thought it did. We all know the fucking Vinquibus does. Oh wait, we get Gunblade bullshit, don't we? Range the size of Texas on this thing. Fucking hell. I mean, like, this is just a typical, you know, par for the course, like... No influence bullshit. Yeah, that is an interesting thing to think. Like, do they even know all the weapons in their own game? Very valid question. Something that's very worthwhile to think about, actually. Reasons why viral cannot be free, chat. Example A. I love infinite ammo AK-47, really funny. I'm really glad that the AK-47 is like a good gun, too. Very much a fan of that. Yeah, I mean, we could have had the Argonac chat. We could have had that. Also, I will be right back, everybody. Alright, and we are back. Let's go actually do something with our lives, chat. How about that? Might be worth an investment, you know? Oh. Yeah, no, I really want, like, Kuva Argonac, Argonac anything, Argonac at all, please, because that gun is so fucking cool. Like, here. You know what, before we actually go do something, let's look at the Argonac. Like, I love its gimmick of, like, Giga Forever Punch Through. I'm pretty sure I can hit you from here. Or not. Do I have the silly mod in? Okay, I do. feel like we could improve on this build a little bit, maybe. Look like a little bit more fire rate here, you know? You know, I wish bows were a little bit better, too. Like, they're basically just glorified snipers, you know? It's like... If this is Giga Forever crit chance... What even am I doing on this build anyway? What the fuck is this shit? Why is this here? What are we doing? I feel like this just isn't correct. I don't know why you would ever use a sharpshoot over Deadhead. Like, genuinely. They're at level unless they're a meta. Yeah, pretty much. I mean, it is what it is, though. I feel like there's only so much. Like, there's only so much you can do when it's like there's so many weapons in your game, you know? Like, there's really, like, kind of a hard limit. You know? Yeah, that's pretty much it. Exactly, Scarecrow. And, like, how Warframes are coming with, like, less and less, like, unique weapons to them. Like, some recent Warframes, like, we're lucky if they even get a gun. That's, like, their special gun, you know? Like, Flare, for like, Temple, for instance. I rolled this nutty ribbon for somebody else, and then they never bought it, so I just kind of kept it, and it's really disgusting. Oh, hey, and I can use this skin with it now. Awesome. Doesn't overwrite the skin, by the way. Almost at 800 weapons in the game? Yeah, that's a little bit crazy that we're at 800. It really is kind of wild. Like, how the fuck did we get here, man? Not that that's even a bad thing. God, this thing sounds like dog shit. This, on the other hand. Music to my ears. Like, Chad, give me a shotgun protocol skin that I can put on the strat and my life is yours. Like, give me like a Spaz 12 skin. I don't think I'm ever going to use any other gun in the game. Like, it would be like 9/11 for my diversity of gun choice. I promise you that. Alright, so let's go actually fucking do something. What that is, I have no idea. What we got? Anything like interesting? What if some like exterminates or something? Fuck it, why not? What do we bring out for a stroll on the town? Also, like, low-key, chat, that, like... Hang on. This fucking, Nidus fashion that we made kind of fucks, honestly. Like, Dust Devil creature. Like, this kind of fucks hard. I love this. I love what we did with this. We have a better signal for you other than fucking this. Like, really? Do you have, like, anything better, bro? Oh, I'm tempted to get that. That could honestly go hard on a lot of stuff, but I think this is best for now. Who should we bring? Dirt and just stop being sticky? Yeah. Oh yeah, those little fucking, like, the little hands. Yeah, yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down. Actually, let's, like, fashion a little bit, because I could use... This is a little bit atrocious, I'm gonna be real with you, G. Like, Dagoth needs a little work here. Like, like, can we get, like a better color than this? Honestly. Like I said, if I used the Gath, I would be getting these cosmetics, but I'm not, so I won't. This weird, like, little goo-goo fingers out of my face. Are you dead ass? Cat, I'm going to kill myself. Her arms are I'm actually 9/11. Chat 9/11. Her arms are fucking lopsided. Literally 9/11. That bugs me so bad. Ooh. Maybe not with the green, but if this was just like a blue or something. This was like a real color. Make it blue. Just make it blue, please. This is kind of a fit. Ooh, 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 ooh. Wait, this is just Wisp colors. Hang on. That's just Wisp. This is literally Wisp, chat. What the fuck? You have a good night, Rack. Have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Ooh, hold on. If we just, like, make this, like, a real color? Not... Ooh. Ooh. Googly googly. Yeah, what if we were, like, actually cooking, though? What if this was real fashion? Hmm. This feels almost inappropriate. I feel like that's inappropriate. This is like an interest. I don't know what kind of color scheme this is, but I kind of fuck with it. I'm not big on this weird giant ass beak bullshit, but hmm. Certainly like an interesting thing we got going on here. What do we have on that thing? Let's figure out a sign Donna that doesn't make me want to die. Ooh, that's kind of interesting. I've not played with that sign Donna much. Hmm. Uh. Day of the Dead cosmetics feel correct on her. I don't know. God, I would love this if like this was just like a real fucking cape and didn't have like the bullshit, you know? Because there's a lot of bullshit going on in this that's like, oh, this is cool, like a fur cloak. But then you have like all the other weird nonsense going on with the rest of it, and it looks terrible, frankly. I didn't call that actually looks decent. Well, that covers up her gorgeous boobies. I want to do that. The whole reason you use the goddamn skin. Let's be honest with ourselves here. Camera. Yeah, that's pretty decent. Better than what we had. Have our cotton candy folly going on here. I don't think we ever finished messing with folly. We were just like, yep, she works, she does the thing, she is functional. Yeah, no, we never finished messing with her. Or building her, rather. Ugh. I wish there were, like, interesting relics going on right now. I really, really do. Well, let's take out Sevagoth. Fuck it. Not even for any particular reason. Go do, like, relic bullshit. Terminate, easy. You know, I really thought to use Thero Strike as a heal, but here we are. Dad, is it racist that I brought the weird desert-looking guy with the AK-47? Is that like vaguely stereotyping? I feel like it is. God, and this Prime really does feel like a deluxe skin, honestly. I forgot who mentioned it last time, but like, yeah, no, that's about right. Wait, did I run Arcane Grace? Chat, hold up, why did I proc Arcane... Hold on. Wait just a fucking second, chat. Hold on here. Why on earth did I proc Arcane Grace? That's... I don't remember running that on him. Oh, hello. Time for free insta-kills. Kind of a stupid passive that when he dies, he just gets stronger. And is able to, like, insta-kill enemies for fucking free. Oop. Barrel in front of that, by the way. What the fuck, man? Kinda fucked up. But no, hang on. I am curious about why the fuck I procced that Grace. I don't think I run this on him. He doesn't have the health tank, so what's going on there? I'm really fishy about that. Aegis. Something is not adding up here, chat, and I'm very perplexed as to what that would be. So something ain't right. Something's wrong, I can feel it. I need to go look at my build very quickly. Oh, hey, Cora Prime System. As if I don't have her. Okay, why am I using Grace on this fucker? Oh, great. Oh, so it applies to both? First of all, this should be persistence. Why am I running Grace on this? What the fuck is wrong with me? I have, what, like 1,000 health? That's not really... What am I doing? I guess it's the bulk from this carrying over, because, like, this is all built for this specifically. Let me look at this again real quick and see... Can't adjust it. On my claws gun, I forget what I'm doing. I feel like this really should just be the default for Sebagoth, though. If I'm being honest with myself here. Where did it go? On. Garuda. Garuda's a real frame. I said next week will probably be, or like maybe even this week, I don't know, we'll be recording more YouTuber. I mean, we're already on the YouTube now, I guess. It's just splicing up the VOD at this point. I really wish Dreadward was actually just invincibility and not, you know, whatever, like, weird made-up bullshit that Dreadward is. That really does fucking bother me. Gotta find the next big group. Group them into the fucking orbit. Out of here. There we go. I wish there's a way to increase her kill threshold. I feel like that would be really nice. Because it's so committal to be an insta-kill. Like, it being an insta-kill is not a problem, I don't think, even at, like, higher percentiles. Like, I just don't think it would be an issue. That really does not have a line of sight, huh? That's kind of disgusting, actually. I was not fully aware of that aspect. I think I knew that she didn't have line of sight, but wow, she really does not have line of sight on that, huh? Clean him out with that. Oh yeah, I can just fire this. Okay. Get him out there. Like, 2 more guys. There we go. Get me out of here. Beam me out. Hoping to get Forma out of here is kind of the reason I want to do these. But I do need to replenish my Forma blueprint supply very slowly. That's not something I've kept up on very well, I would say. Either way, I think that this is going to cut it for tonight. I don't think there's much more else that we need to be doing tonight, so I will bid you all farewell. Have a wonderful evening.